Have you ever been invited to a place you should never visit? Our story begins with a protagonist, someone not unlike you or I. This individual is curious, adventurous, and has a spirit that yearns for the unknown. One day, they receive a peculiar invitation, a calling card to explore the deep woods alone. The invitation is not from a friend or a loved one, but from an anonymous source, a stranger. It's an invitation that should raise alarm bells, but instead, it brings out the adventurer in our protagonist. The invitation is a riddle, a puzzle, a challenge. It's filled with cryptic messages and eerie hints. The deep woods await you, it reads. Come alone, come prepared, and remember, not all who wander are lost, but some never return. The warnings are clear, and yet they seem to have the opposite effect on our protagonist. Instead of deterring them, it fuels their intrigue. The deep woods, a place so untouched, so unexplored, beckons them. The warnings don't instill fear, but instead, they ignite a burning curiosity. What lies in the deep woods? What secrets are held within its dark, dense foliage? Why the insistence on going alone? Our protagonist, driven by their adventurous spirit, decides to accept this chilling invitation. They pack their bag, don their boots, and set out for the unknown, completely unaware of what awaits them. They feel a rush of excitement, a thrill of anticipation, and a slight shiver of apprehension. They are ready for an adventure, ready to uncover the secrets of the deep woods. But little do they know, this decision, this acceptance of a mysterious invitation, would not lead them to a grand adventure as they had hoped. Instead, it would turn their life into a living nightmare. The deep woods have a way of revealing not just the secrets hidden within its shadows, but also the dark, hidden corners of our own souls. Our protagonist is about to discover this firsthand. Little did they know, this decision would turn their life into a living nightmare. The journey to the unknown can sometimes be the most terrifying part. Our protagonist embarks on their journey, their heart pounding with a mix of excitement and trepidation. The path before them is shrouded in mystery, a thick carpet of leaves underfoot and towering trees reaching for the skies, a cathedral of nature with secrets nestled in its shadowy corners. They venture deeper into the woods, the familiar sounds of civilization fading behind them, replaced by the rustling of leaves, the creaking of branches, the whispering wind. It's in these moments that they start to feel an unsettling presence, an invisible weight pressing down on them. A chill sneaks its way up their spine, their skin prickling with an instinctual sense of dread. There's something in the woods with them, something that watches from unseen eyes, hidden amongst the trees. Strange noises puncture the stillness, a guttural growl here, a distant howl there. There's a feeling of being watched, of shadows that move just in the peripheral vision, elusive and fleeting, but there nonetheless. The deeper they delve, the more palpable the fear becomes. This isn't just a forest, it's a living, breathing entity, a silent observer to their growing discomfort. The protagonist's heart hammers in their chest, each thud echoing their growing unease. They feel as if they've stepped into another world, one where the rules of logic and sense don't apply. The trees seem to grow taller, their branches reaching out like skeletal arms, casting long, twisted shadows that dance in the dim light. The air grows colder, the wind carrying whispers of unseen specters. Each rustle, each creak, each echoing howl is a warning, a plea, a threat. The protagonist presses on, their pace quickening, their breaths coming in short, sharp bursts. They're in too deep now, the outside world a distant memory. The eerie atmosphere is all-consuming, the unsettling presence now a constant companion. The forest seems to close in around them, the path narrowing, the shadows darkening. With each passing moment, the woods seem to whisper, "Turn back." What happens when your worst nightmares come to life? Imagine, if you will, a singular figure caught in the midst of an unending expanse of trees, their only companion, the eerie silence of the deep woods. A sudden discovery breaks this solitude. An abandoned cabin, its timbers groaning with the weight of untold stories, stands as a solitary monument to man's intrusion into nature's domain. The protagonist, driven by an innate human curiosity, decides to explore this relic of forgotten times. As they cross the threshold, an unsettling chill sweeps over them. The cabin, though seemingly deserted, carries the oppressive weight of presence. A quick scan of the room reveals cryptic symbols etched into the worn-out wood, their meanings shrouded in obscurity. Signs of a struggle are evident: overturned furniture, scattered belongings, a story of panic frozen in time. The atmosphere hangs heavy with the scent of dread, the silence now a deafening roar in their ears. The protagonist, caught in the grip of morbid fascination, ventures deeper into the cabin. Each step echoes ominously, as if the very cabin is protesting this intrusion into its secrets. The darkness seems to close in, swallowing the feeble light filtering through the cobweb-laden windows. And then, the unimaginable happens. The true horror of the woods reveals itself in a terrifying spectacle of their deepest fears. The cabin, the silent sentinel of the woods, becomes an amphitheater of terror. The cryptic symbols begin to pulse with an unholy light, a macabre dance that casts grotesque shadows on the peeling walls. A guttural growl, a flash of movement, the snapping of twigs. The protagonist is suddenly, terrifyingly, acutely aware that they are not alone. The deep woods, once a sanctuary of solitude, now stands revealed in its true, terrifying form. A primal fear takes hold, a chilling realization that the protagonist is but a small, insignificant entity in the grand scheme of the wilderness. In the heart of the deep woods, they were not alone. When trapped in a nightmare, how do you find your way back to reality? Our protagonist, gripped by a primal fear, decides to flee from the dark heart of the woods. Like a frightened animal, they run. Their heart pounds like a drum, echoing the frantic rhythm of their sprint. Trees, shrouded in darkness, blur into a dizzying pattern. The once tranquil forest has transformed into a haunting maze, each turn leading further into the abyss of terror. They seek refuge, a place to hide from the unseen horrors lurking in the shadows. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig sends adrenaline coursing through their veins. They crouch low, their breath ragged, their eyes wide in the pitch black. Panic claws at their sanity, but they cling on. They must. But hiding isn't enough. The chilling whispers of the woods seep through their hiding place, threatening to consume them. So they fight. They fight against the paralyzing fear, against the suffocating darkness, against the relentless pursuit of the unknown. The forest, however, is relentless. It's a labyrinth that twists and turns, its paths leading to nothing but more dread. Trees loom like monstrous specters. The wind howls with eerie laughter. The ground beneath feels like it's shifting, playing tricks on their desperate flight. But amidst the terror, something remarkable happens. The protagonist's fear morphs into determination. Their survival instincts awaken, sharper than ever. Their senses heighten, their movements become calculated. They navigate through the treacherous terrain, their resolve solidifying with each step. In this nightmare, they find a way to fight back. They find a way to survive. They find a way to challenge the forest's horrifying grasp. They find a way to escape its clutches. They find a way to turn the tables on their tormentor. The woods may be a maze of terror, but it's one they are determined to conquer. Their struggle to escape becomes a testament to their courage, their will, their sheer determination to survive. In the face of true horror, survival becomes the only option. What remains after a brush with the unknown? You might wonder. A haunting echo, a lingering chill, a sense of unease that clings to your soul like a stubborn shadow. After all, the woods are not just a physical terrain, they're a mental labyrinth where the line between the real and the imaginary tends to blur. Our protagonist, having escaped the clutches of this inky wilderness, is a changed being. The deep woods, once a symbol of adventure and mystery, now stand as a chilling testament of the horrors that lie in wait, hidden beneath the veneer of silent trees and still air. The very thought of the woods sends a shiver racing down the spine, a chilling reminder of the ordeal they barely survived. Having brushed with the unknown, their perception of reality has been forever altered. The mundane world outside the woods now seems distant, almost surreal. The once familiar surroundings now echo with an undercurrent of fear, a fear born from the memory of the lurking terror they encountered deep within the woods. This is no longer a tale of curiosity or adventure. It's a story of survival, of a nightmarish encounter that left deep scars on their psyche. Every creak of a branch, every rustle of leaves, every shadow that dances in the corner of their eye serves as a constant, harrowing reminder of the horrors they once faced. A reminder that the woods are not just a place, but but a living, breathing entity that feeds on fear and thrives on terror. This encounter, this brush with the unknown, has left them with an indelible mark. The woods, once a symbol of uncharted territories and unexplored mysteries, now stand as a chilling reminder of the terror that lurks in the unseen corners of our world, a chilling, haunting memory that will forever be etched in their mind. And so, we leave you with this chilling thought. Remember, some invitations are better left declined. For in the realm of the unknown, curiosity could very well be your undoing.